Welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is From the Sidelines. And as we do every time this week, we're going to talk about the round of NRL that's just been played. Gentlemen, how are you?
Brian?
I hate Thursday night football.
That's
all I have to say.
But it's not Thursday night.
It was once.
And it will be again.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, what a great round of football it's just been played.
Really?
We've just been talking about the...
You didn't even ask me.
Well, he did, but you
I
didn't
did,
say anything.
yeah.
Well, I was waiting for you because it's usually that's what happens.
How are you, Tom?
Well, for the first time in this season, I can say g'day, losers.
Oh, yeah, it's the first time his team's won.
That's the only reason he wanted us to say anything.
Exactly.
That's
I'm
the
not going to
only
get a chance
reason.
again.
That's it. 23 rounds. It's the first time his team won and our team's lost.
I don't know if that's true, but
I mean,
but it works.
We've just been talking about some sensational games and some sensational decisions this weekend.
And some
that
spectacular refereeing decisions.
That were made this
was spectacularly awful.
Bad.
But yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
We've just been talking about, and I don't think I've seen a round where there were so many bad decisions made and so many bad decisions now that are coming out of the judiciary.
Yeah.
For example, Tom Burgess gets 3 weeks.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, it's Tom Burgess. Who cares?
Okay, well that's fine, and I'm happy you say that. That's fine. Jerome Luai gets nothing.
Yes.
He gets a slap on the
Nathan
wrist.
Brown gets 1.
Nathan Brown gets 1.
And his wasn't any better than Sam Burgess.
No,
Tom Burgess, sorry.
Well, and Tom never got sent off. He got sent to the bin. But there are 2 players who were sent off, which I don't think were any worse than what Tom or Luai did anyway.
Well, hang on. There was Zach Lomax who dead set picked a bloke up and head slammed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Simple penalty. Play
And
on.
he just got a penalty.
What the?
Yeah.
That was the worst of the weekend, I thought. But anyway.
Well, actually, and there was something that happened. Little was hit just before that one.
Yeah.
Jacob Little was hit.
I don't think that was as bad.
I don't say it was as bad. It was as bad as Tom's, and nothing happened there. And Tom gets. I don't understand what's going on.
Yep.
I truly don't. Now, there was a conspiracy mentioned.
There was a conspiracy mentioned. So, the NRL is conspiring against the players.
Who are protesting.
Because the NRL pays for them to be in a union where they can complain about their employer. Anyway.
Well,
So
how
you think
stupid.
this is payback from the NRL?
I'm just saying, I don't know.
How absolutely
one.
stupid for the NRL to even pay for the players' participation in a union anyway.
All they do is complain about their employer. Anyway, I don't know. I don't get it.
Crazy.
I don't get it either, and I'm very frustrated by it.
All
And
right.
you know what? Had Tom stayed on, South could have won that game.
Yeah.
Really?
All right, yeah, no. Okay.
Had Nathan Brown stayed on in the first game. Hang on.
Yeah, it's even sounded stupid when I was saying it. All right, let's go on to Thursday night's game. Sydney Roosters 26, Melbourne. Manly Sea Eagles 16. Tom, you had a win.
Yeah,
Must have been exciting.
Manly scored first, 2 points, but look, the Roosters were on top for most of that game, 60 minutes, and then Nathan Brown comes on for 30 seconds and gets sent off. Look, at the time I thought that was a fair send off. The more I look at it and compare it to other hits, I'm not so sure.
No.
But either way, the Seagulls took their opportunities within that period of time and scored 3 tries. Look, Schuster finally turned up for there was a couple of moments of brilliance. But all in all, I think the Roosters were dominant, and it was great to see.
They were.
It was a bludger of a game. Worst game of the round.
No,
He's
it
going to
wasn't.
say that when he loses.
No.
Of course he
Oh.
is.
No, I think the Cronulla South game was the worst game of the
No, I
round.
don't know. It was pretty bad. And again, like, I'm not going to bitch and moan about refereeing decisions.
Yeah.
But at the point where the Roosters have given away their third 6 again, and the ref says, "Oh, that's it, get them in, Teddy, call them all up, no more of that."
Yeah.
And then 5 plays later, a Manly player gets binned. No warning, no nothing, just binned. I'm just going, what?
I thought
Yeah.
that was particularly...
When Manly were on the wrong side of the or on the right side of the penalty count, it was 10-5 or something.
And the right side of the 6 again.
Yeah.
We get to play a bin.
In the end, stats-wise, there was virtually nothing in this game.
It was...
But there was 34 penalties and 6 against. And
Yeah,
I kept thinking that the game just was stop, start, stop.
It was a
start.
blood.
Yeah, Alvin
game.
Klein just was crazy in this one.
Yeah.
Did you say Calvin Klein?
Yeah.
Calvin Klein.
Seriously. Honestly...
Well, I like to call him Ashley Clown, but Klein. Sorry.
He was a little
was
bit
terrible.
Over, he
That
was
was-
over the top.
That was a terrible game.
It reminded me of the game with South and the Roosters
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
You know.
They referee to keep him
7-6.
in, don't they?
to keep him in.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Right. Next game.
Super
Penalty
State with the Warriors 28, Gold Coast Titans 18.
Another controversial send-off, or was this legit, you reckon?
Remind me of this one. I think I've been focusing on that
Mo
one.
Farawake.
Oh no, yeah, no. That was honest. I thought he should have been binned, but I don't. Yeah,
He should have been sent off.
No, I don't
Yeah, it
think
was
so.
a shocker. It was a shocker.
No, I don't think so.
Absolutely.
See, I don't know. I'd like to understand what goes through their heads when they're deciding it, because if it's damage to the player, that's not fair.
It's intent. He left the ground, hit him hard in the face with a swinging arm. It's a send off. It's a send off every day of the week.
Was he sent off though?
Yeah.
There you go. You got your
That's right.
argument.
I know. I agree. And so was Nathan Brown. They were both send-offs.
No.
However, it's inconsistent because there were others where the player left the ground and hit players in the head,
Yeah, I know.
and there was no penalty.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
And it's
yep.
because you're
I-
dealing with different human beings refereeing the game. So
Uh,
there's no
Well, no,
consistency.
and
Should
you
just
know
be
what?
me.
I accept that, and I do accept that until they hit the match review.
Yes.
The match review are the same people, and they're the ones who are saying that deserves, or that
That's the
doesn't.
point. Yeah,
That's the problem.
All right.
Sure.
Okay, Warriors, gentlemen.
Oh.
Warriors.
Let's talk about that game.
Content. Well, we haven't moved on yet.
Okay.
Contenders.
No.
Now, like, I think they came back a little bit in this game because I don't think the Titans are a high quality team, and the Warriors took a while to get this game under control. So I kept thinking through the game. I thought, yeah, you should have put them away by now. I mean, credit to the Titans. They've been gutsy all year, and Foran's been fantastic for them. But they lost Brimson before the game started.
That's right.
Jaden Campbell had another standout.
He's unbelievable.
Absolute standout game. But look, the Warriors are going to be there or thereabouts in the finals. But I'm just not sure if they've developed enough this year to be premiership contenders.
I said a few weeks ago there's 3 teams that can win the comp.
Yep.
And that was Penrith, Brisbane, South. Souths are gone. We're down to 2. This far out, it's a long call. It's a long call out.
No.
Seriously, can you see anyone beating Penrith or Brisbane?
I'm actually starting to agree with you.
Everyone else is making up the numbers.
All right, well, let's go on and talk about what happened at Bluebet Stadium. Penrith Panthers 26, Melbourne Storm 6.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, Melbourne scored first, and then they were out of
They were
sight after
completely
that.
dominated by Penrith.
Yep.
Completely dominated.
100%.
Now, admittedly, there was no Jerome Hughes, which I thought was a big loss for Melbourne. I actually changed my tip in the tipping competition back to Penrith because of that, and proved right because they just went nowhere. Munster has been incredibly quiet in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
All season, I think he's been average. His average is very good, but he's been average for himself this season.
I mean, there's some brilliant individual plays, but for some reason he's not getting the team forward like he should be.
Yeah, sure. Look, what do you say? So what do we say about Luai on Nelson?
Well, if they
It looked like he left the ground and he had real intent to throw his shoulder in it against him.
and that's the point I
nothing
want
came
to
of
keep coming to. He left the ground. I think when you leave the ground, that's the intent. When you're just running at the player to tackle him, that's not the intent.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, you
Anyway, wasn't bin, didn't get sent off, and
You got
no
a
penalty.
Oh, I think it was a penalty.
Oh no.
no,
From the
he got
judiciary,
he got $3,000 fine.
Yeah, big deal. Penrith were great. They, they just do the simple thing well.
Yeah.
They turn the ball back on the inside, run the forwards ragged, and then as soon as the defence starts to get tired, they go out to Cleary or Luai, and then one pass wide out to the centre or the winger, and they score. That's just how they play.
They've got too many weapons. That's the thing.
It is the simplest of simple game plans.
So when you've got that much talent, it's easy to do because you think that's not working, we'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, but if you put them on paper compared to Souths or Roosters or honestly on paper head to head, they don't have that many superstars.
You reckon?
Well,
Yeah.
they're becoming.
Like
they're
who?
becoming, and they're very, very good.
Like who? They've won 2 comps in a row, and they're about to take a three-peat.
And look at who they've lost in those last 2 years, and they're
Yeah.
still up there.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The players that they've got are brilliant.
Of course they are. I'm saying they're not superstars.
No, I'm saying they are superstars.
No,
Mm.
they're not.
Jump on Facebook, tell Steve he doesn't know what he's talking about again.
That seems to be a regular occurrence nowadays, doesn't it?
Well, anyway, go the Panthers. They're my tip.
Wow.
Hey, we're at the start of the year and I haven't
Go the
changed.
Panthers. Wow.
Except for this week.
Goodness.
Moving on.
Except for this week. Queensland Country Bank Stadium, Brisbane Broncos 30, North Queensland 14.
Now, I told you that I was changing my tip, and I did, which
You
was
did.
stupid.
Did you change yours?
When Adam
No.
Reynolds went off, when Adam Reynolds was off, I thought he's
hang
pretty
on.
significant, and I thought the Cowboys were
No,
lifting.
I think I stayed with Broncos.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you did change your tip.
Did I?
Yes. So so the game.
Oh, yes, I did. That's right. I
So,
did.
so everyone, the game before he was a genius because Jerome Hughes was out and he jumped on the team that won. This week he didn't. The next game, nothing. You got nothing.
I'm a inconsistent genius. Let me put
Well,
it
the
to you
Broncos
that
have
way.
shown that they're more than just Adam Reynolds. So, and I probably should have seen that, but they're just rolling over teams at the moment. Then their defense is getting better and better, and they know how to score points.
Ezra Mam is brilliant.
And he's off contract soon too.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, he's probably going to go to the Roosters.
well,
Yeah,
we
why
need
not?
somebody.
Yeah, Bradman Best, Ezra Mann.
Well, Luke Keary's going to
Ash.
be gone soon. So,
Yeah, Payne
unfortunately.
Haas.
Why? Where's Luke going to go?
Well, he's only got a year left on his contract, and people can sign this year,
Yeah, for next year.
2 years' time. So,
Anyway, the Broncos are powerful at the moment, which is just horrible to say. Horrible.
They're playing very, very well.
they are.
Yes.
Very, very well.
So, what do we say about the Cowboys then?
You could say the same as I've been saying all year. They're nothing. They got nothing.
I'm not convinced they got nothing. I think they can make a showing.
I think they might scrape into the 8 maybe, or they'll be 8 or 9th. But
They got beaten by 60 by the Tigers. You got to remember
yeah,
that.
they did turn around after that.
They've
improved.
and had a few lucky wins.
But you're only working on the basis that no one has ever won the comp.
No,
been
I'm
beaten by
talking. The
50.
Tigers. The Tigers couldn't trip over a wooden spoon. They're that bad. Anyway,
Anyway, look, I'm becoming very impressed with the Broncos, and that's hard for me to say because I'm not a Broncos supporter. Newcastle Knights 30, Dolphins 28, and Newcastle Knights were lucky to win this game.
But this was played in Perth, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep, that's right.
What do you mean lucky to win it?
Because the Dolphins were about to score and they got pulled back. There was a scrum issue. It happens. I'll guarantee if you went to every game this year, you would find someone being held in the scrum 9 times out of every 10 scrums. It gets picked up this once.
It's hard to say.
No, it's not hard to say.
Yeah,
it absolutely
it
is not because it was a
Well, I'm never watching the scrum when it breaks up. I'm looking for where the ball is, so I couldn't tell you if that's
well,
true or
most
not.
times the ref is as well, but I happened to notice a guy who held onto a shirt for about 2 seconds.
No.
Well, maybe he saw that.
No, he was holding on.
But maybe he saw that it had been happening a lot, and he decided to pull
fine,
up
then
eventually.
warn him. But it happens every time.
He was holding him. Don't worry.
He was holding him, there's no
it
doubt,
was.
but-
It should have been called back, and it
But
was.
every other time it's never called back.
Well,
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The Dolphins play tough. I mean, they're sometimes slow to start, but they play tough. They did score 3 tries in during a sin binning, so you've got to take that into account. But
That's right.
What about that 3rd try from Jermaine Saka? That catch in the air. I mean, poor Marcy's going, I'm going to catch this. I'm going to catch this. I haven't caught it. That ball's
I know.
gone somewhere else.
I don't know how the Broncos didn't see what that guy had when he was over
Look,
there.
I don't think he was performing like he is now. He's in career best form at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
He was pretty bloody good when he
He
came in
wasn't bad.
first grade.
He was a
too.
little bit inconsistent, but he wasn't bad.
Yeah, you got to give the young blokes a bit of time.
I know.
Sure.
No, I agree.
Anyway,
I agree.
Kalen Ponga, form player of the comp at the moment.
He's fantastic.
Took him to the win.
And I tell you what, Phoenix Crossland doesn't get any plaudits, but
No.
I tell you what, he's been killing it for that team.
As a standing hooker, isn't he?
He's been killing it for that team.
Yep.
Well, that was the first of 2 games that Optus Stadium
Can I
in
also
Perth.
make it while we're on that?
Yes.
The Dolphins coach. Did you see the press conference?
No.
Wayne
It
Bennett.
went for two minutes and 36 seconds.
Yeah, I heard he was a bit
And
grumpy.
there was one commentator.
Yeah.
He asked all the questions. He asked very relevant questions, very insightful questions. They weren't stupid questions, and we got 3-word answers out of Bennett. Now this is at Perth Stadium, where you're trying to consider growing the game, with 50,000 fans turning up to the game, and all you can get from Wayne Bennett is 2 minutes of dribble. Seriously, and he was treating the guy with contempt. Seriously, so I just think that's poor form. And I for all of that Wayne Bennett has done for the game, I just think that
What's he done?
a slap.
Been in charge of superstar teams that won a few comps.
Yeah,
Well,
okay. Well,
he won 7.
I'll take that too.
Yeah.
But you know, for all he represents in the game, you
Represents.
then I think that's extremely poor.
I'm
it's just
surprised.
it's an
I'm
up to
surprised you. Of course it is, but I'm surprised you think any differently. Wayne Bennett has done that every year for the last 20 years.
But surely he could have read the room and realised what an opportunity.
Wayne
this
Bennett
was.
doesn't read
He's
the
too
room.
self-absorbed.
Yeah,
I don't think he is.
100% self-absorbed.
he is.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, move on. Cronulla Sharks 26, Rabbitohs 16. Boy, this was a close game. The South pushed the Sharks all the way.
Jeez.
I don't even want to talk about this. South were pathetic. They were
Yeah, you got that right.
woeful.
Yep.
Third West. So what I want to know is this. So up until this game, the Sharks had been held in 3 out of 4 halves to 0 points.
Yeah.
And they scored 20. Was it? Oh, they scored
14 in the first
it was
half,
26
12 in the second.
No,
And all
it
of
was
your
20
tries
0
were
at
scored-
half time.
14.
All your tries were scored in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was after the binning, wasn't it? I think wasn't somebody sent to the sin bin
No.
before that?
No, no one was in the bin. It was only
Okay.
Tommy was sent off because of a good tackle. To the bin. Seriously.
Cody
South-
Walker was non-existent. Latrell looked like he was having a go, but he threw balls out into touch.
What
He
disappointed
didn't
me?
like it when people got the better of him and he started pushing people around,
Who
and
did?
that's a sign of
A
frustration.
Latrell?
Yeah,
No, he did
absolutely.
not.
Yeah, when he got
Absolutely.
off, he was
He
off
did
his.
not.
As soon as they put him off his game, South
Yeah.
don't win.
Yeah,
I tell you,
So-
no.
and he gets grumpy.
There was something wrong.
Here we go.
No. I'm saying it was a pathetic performance by South, and it was comedy capers. I mean, they were spreading the ball out the back, and one player running into the back of the lead
I think
player.
that was the game where I said cue the Benny Hill music.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous. I
Yep.
mean, they were
Yeah.
poor. Munro's running down the sideline, clear as day. Nobody's going to
Loses
stop
the
him. He's
ball.
so fast, and the ball falls from his arm.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I'm really annoyed about is that Campbell Graham scored a try that was disallowed, but there's no way that wasn't a try. Absolutely no way.
Was that an obstruction
When-
or something? Or what?
No. They said the ball never touched the ground, but when you look at the position
No,
of the
they
ball to
never
his
touched the
arm,
ground. I remember that. He didn't touch the ground.
it did touch the ground.
No.
It had to.
I
It had
expect
to
you to
have.
say that, but he didn't touch
Anyway,
That's
but
right. He claimed one of the Dragons last week didn't touch the ground either. So you
It
know.
did touch the ground. And if I
Before
could
line.
show you the video, I'd show it on the ground.
Anyway, is that South season over now?
No, they'll make the 5.
Right.
They'll make the 8. But
I
they
think-
won't make the top 4.
I think the mistake happened when they actually printed T-shirts.
The
about a road
mistake.
tour.
The mistake was the
Well,
road tour.
They printed a T-shirt on
Yeah.
the road tour, 5 games in a row.
No.
The
What they
games who they were
printed.
playing.
No. They get the facts right.
I
son.
saw the T-shirt.
Yes,
They're
he
wearing
did.
it.
And when it says "build the wall," and on the back of the T-shirt has the 5 games, and on the front it's "build the wall," and it's trying to.
But it looked like a tour T-shirt. It
Of course
like,
it did.
Looked like when
Of course
you
it
see
did.
of a band on tour.
But
Yeah.
but the mistake was,
Honestly.
and what they should not be doing a tour like this. They've been forced into it because of the stadiums, but they shouldn't have said, let's just do a
Wow.
whole thing around. They should have come, gone.
Wow.
What?
I didn't know that. That's disgusting.
What is?
Far out.
So they have a T-shirt.
No wonder you like Wayne Bennett. You and Souths. You just think that the sun shines out of you.
They do.
Sometimes I love your comments.
They do.
Yeah.
The sun does shine out of
match
South.
made in heaven. Souths and Wayne Bennett. Oh my goodness.
When did I say that?
Oh,
Although I agree with it.
Yeah, I
when
know
did
you
say
do.
it?
Every decision goes your way. the little darlings of the league who can't do anything wrong, and you complain when you get a good decision against you.
Thank you, Brian.
How do you get a good decision against you?
The Campbell Graham try.
That was a try.
Yeah.
Sorry. And I've just sat here for 10 minutes bagging South, so I don't know what you're talking about. Neither do you. Anyway, let's go on to Parramatta Eels 26, St George 20.
Wow.
The NRL has come out and said Dragons were hard done by, and I can tell you Dragons were hard done by.
That strip from what's he call it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gutherson. Yeah, that should have been a try. Yeah.
I got nothing. Like, this was the worst refereed game. Oh, hang on. The Manly Roosters game was bad. This game was pathetically bad.
Yeah.
There were some incidences in that game that I'm not even going to begin to understand how nothing came of it.
Yeah.
So I personally thought the worst incident of the weekend, above and beyond the high tackles and everything else, was Zach Lomax coming in over the top of, I can't recall the player. Oh, big bloke played for Manly. Andrew Davey. And picking him up and slamming him headfirst into the ground with force and his body weight.
He had time
and
to think
elbow.
about that. He had him in position. He thought, what I'm going to do here? Oh, I'll slam this guy on the back of the head.
And obviously it went wrong. He was looking to make a statement. Big tackle, but it went wrong.
Yep.
And there was nothing
at the very
but a
least, he
penalty.
deserved a sin bin.
It
I think
was.
for that.
I couldn't believe it. So you know what? I'm actually going to say, I thought Parramatta were a bit hard done by that game too. Oh, that's horrible.
Not as much as St George were, by the way.
No, I don't know.
I tell you what, Bryce Cartwright's career has had a bit of an injection, hasn't it?
Yeah.
He's up and down like a yo-yo. He'll have 4 or 5 great games and then just go MIA and then come back and have another 3 or 4 good ones.
But that's better than his career's been look like for a long time.
I tell you, if he could get it together, he'd be a sensational player.
Canberra Raiders 22, West Tigers 18. Tigers nearly. In fact,
Now, this is a bludger of a game to watch.
should the Tigers have won this one?
You reckon? I love this game.
I thought it was a good game.
I thought it was great. It was end to end, side to side. It was desperate, last minute tackles
and Tigers were in it right to the end.
Yep, right to the last minute.
Last 30 seconds.
The last 10 seconds. Actually, I think by the time they got their last penalty, it was like 1 second to go. It was sensational.
I was on delay watching this game, and a notification came up my phone. It said Tigers do the incredible, but I think it must have been the AFL Tigers. I kept waiting for a miracle to happen. It didn't happen.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but I do have a question. So there were some shockingly missed forward passes in this game.
Oh, that's you.
One of them was at least 3 meters forward, and the
the one with the touchy standing there?
The touch standing there. Like, what was he watching?
I have no idea.
What was going on?
Yeah, but if you're a touch judge and you're supposed to be watching for forward passes, what else are you doing? I mean, seriously, I think he's worrying about what he's having for dinner tonight because there was nothing else.
Trying to remember who he tipped.
I wasn't going there.
Those are not the comments from the sidelines.
They're just Tom's.
Just Tom's. Personal opinion only. Thank you, solicitors.
Well, I didn't actually mean it the way it sounded. Sorry.
Usually that's me that says
sorry.
that about.
Actually, now I realise what I said. I actually didn't mean it the way it sounded. Sorry.
Yeah, look, that was.
Sorry.
I actually don't think the ref got it too far wrong. That's the ref I like, Peter Goff.
Yeah, no, I like Peter Goff.
I think he's really consistent with both teams. But some of those decisions, like that forward pass, you just got to go. Well, he's obviously not in line with it. He's watching the play, and the touch is there.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. So, Jack Whiten, he's going to fit in great at Souths. He's gone off at a touch. He's gone off at the ref, basically saying. He basically accused him of cheating.
Hang on. Let's just clarify that he's saying what everybody's thinking anyway.
But you don't say it.
I know you
don't say it.
Well, particularly not if you're a player. And you I actually thought that was questioning the integrity of the referee.
Absolutely.
It is, and he's been fined for it.
$3,000.
Yeah, that's a nothing.
That's don't be naughty and class, little boy. Mate, he should have been suspended for a match.
Yeah, until halfway through next year, I think.
You can
So
say
all
that.
of next season will do me.
Well, you're running a bit scared, gentlemen, are you?
Dear.
Yeah,
All right, who's doing the ladder?
I'm really
Come on.
scared of the Rabbitohs at the moment.
And the dogs had the bye.
Yeah, and the Dogs had the bye.
Bye, Dogs.
Panthers, Broncos 36, Warriors 32, Storm, Raiders on 30. We have the Sharks on 28 points, the Knights on 27, Rabbitohs, Eels, Cowboys on 26, Eagles on 25, Roosters on 24. What a sensationally tight ladder.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Keep going.
Titans, Dolphins on 22, Bulldogs on 20, Dragons on 16, and the team that put 60 on the Cowboys, Stone Motherless last with 12
Okay,
points.
Brian, I'm going to ask you a question,
Yep.
not Tom, because I know what his answer will be. Can the Roosters make the 8?
No, their run's too hard.
Their run's too hard. So anyone from Manly up can make the 8.
I don't think Manly can make it now either.
Their run's too hard?
No, well,
You've got to run hard.
we've got to.
Okay, so who's in, who's out?
I think the top 8 stays as it is.
Parramatta, North Queensland out. Tom?
Look, if my head says it'll probably stay the same. My heart says the Rabbitohs will drop out. But like
You're
I said, that's
a
my
hard man.
Well, they're only there by 4 and against. And let's face it, if they keep playing like they did against the Sharks, you're gone.
Look, the Eels have got a horrible draw, so they're unlikely to make it into the eight. I can't see it changing.
Look, I'd love to tip the Eagles, but they had to beat every team that was below them, and that had to start with the Roosters, which they
All
can
right,
do.
let's move on.
Yeah.
4 Pines Park this Thursday night. Manly Sea Eagles and the Penrith Panthers.
Jeez, I hate Thursday night football.
Why?
Well,
Because your weekend's over when you get smashed by the Panthers, and you
Yeah.
get grumpy for the whole weekend
Yes.
until this time,
And
and you
you're
come and let
$8.
off your.
yeah,
Steve.
we're going to beat them. we're gonna find a way to go through that Panthers defence and put points on them.
Remember, you're missing Paseka, you're missing LIA. Who else you missing?
Lodge,
Like,
Tom.
Tom. Who are the Panthers missing? Nobody.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to
So
go
Tom,
to
you're
Panthers.
going. Brian,
I have to
you're
go to
going
Panthers, sorry.
Manly.
If we win this, we'll make the 8.
Well, I think
Why?
if you win it,
You will be
definitely
in the eight.
deserve probably to make the 8.
Yeah, that's right.
You won't win it. Tom,
Yeah, they're Panthers.
Panthers for me. You know what? I sat down last week and I thought, I need all the results to go my way, so South could have moved up into 5th. And it was going that way until South and Cronulla played, and then just blew the whole thing out of water. So here I am hoping again, Penrith smash Manly.
Yeah, right.
You're a hateful man.
I-
Just talking from your own team. You're not even thinking about me.
Yeah.
No,
Don't
not
think
at all.
about anybody else but
Yeah,
yourself.
if
No.
you look, if you win, it doesesn't matter whether we win.
I know.
So
but
just
but
get
you're
on the
saying that I
Eagles.
have confidence in we winning, and I don't. Dear. All right, Cronulla Sharks and Titans at PointsBet Stadium.
Well, it kind of depends whether the Sharks continue or whether they fall back.
I'm going to go Titans. I have no confidence at all in the Sharks.
I'm on the Sharks.
No, I'm on the Sharks. Let's go to the Gabba.
2 out of 2 these.
Broncos, Parramatta Eels.
Bronx.
You know, Parramatta have a surprisingly good record against Brisbane.
At the Gabba?
Well, no one's got a record at the Gabba, really, do they?
That's true.
Surprisingly good record against Brisbane. So I'm going to go Brisbane.
Right.
Come on, they're in form.
Okay. Well, exactly.
Brisbane-
So
is,
you went through all that just
Reynolds,
to know.
out of injuries, is Reynolds likely to be back?
No,
know
apparently
if
he's still injured.
Don't know if his old
Yeah.
body can handle
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, the Eels, I reckon the Eels, it's going to be close, I reckon.
Okay, I'm going Broncos. You're going Broncos? Okay.
Yeah.
Rabbitohs and St George Illawarra at Barlow Park in Darwin.
I tell you,
Please
you lose
end
this
this
game,
end this
and
run.
You lose this game, and
They will.
you're in the
The
toilet.
Dragons have pushed everyone, and the Bunnies are playing like bastards. So
You
I
said
reckon,
busted, right?
I said bastards.
Okay, all right.
So I reckon the Dragons will win.
Well, that's a bold call.
By how much?
Try 8,
Okay.
6 to 8.
Tom,
Yeah, look, I hate tipping the Rabbitohs, but I'll have to.
what you
Don't
going
do
to?
it. Who cares? Don't do it.
Yeah, stick up for what you believe, Tom.
I don't
I'm
believe-
looking forward to Brian putting in the tipping competition Dragons. I'll bet he doesn't do it. Or are you going to do it right now, are you? FMG Stadium in New Zealand, Warriors and... Oh, okay.
Waikato.
Warriors and Tigers. But it's a Tigers home game.
home game
In
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 New
Waikato.
Zealand.
Go figure.
Yeah, I'm going to go Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors for me.
Warriors for me. Allianz Stadium, Sydney Roosters and the Dolphins.
Oh, this will be a test for the Roosters because the Dolphins don't go away. You know.
Yep.
They just don't go away. So the Roosters going to have to be on their guard. But if they can bring the form from last week, I reckon they can stick in the game and win.
Mate, if you bring your form from last week, you're going to get done by 40. We were terrible last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, mainly.
Both of our teams were terrible last week. Dolphins.
Yeah. I'm going Roosters bar, but it'll be close.
That's payback for me not to be in your team. Isn't
No,
it?
I'm just...
But you notice I did tip the Roosters where you
Yes.
bitterly opposed the Bunnies. Anyway, Melbourne Storm and the Raiders.
So he picked the Bunnies too.
Yeah, but
You guys
but
just having a little love fest.
It was soaring up in his mouth as he was saying it.
Wouldn't you expect that? You do that too, don't you?
Yeah.
You do it with the Roosters?
I don't throw them. I throw up everywhere when I say it. I don't let my disgust be hidden. Melbourne Storm and the Raiders.
I'm going to go Storm.
Yeah, Storm.
Amy Park, yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
I want to go the Raiders, but I just don't think they can.
McDonald Jones Stadium, Knights and Bulldogs.
This would be a big confidence-boosting win for the Knights, I reckon.
Well, I'm going to go the Dogs in an upset.
Oh, jeez.
The Dogs in an upset.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the week off, I think kick our back for an extra week. I think, yeah, I'm going to go the Dogs in an upset. I've got a feeling about this one.
Where are you on the tipping comp?
Ahead of you.
Yeah.
Sucker!
No, I don't think you are because I played my Joker this week.
Oh, I'll play my Joker this week,
Yeah.
and I'll be ahead of
You've
you.
already played your joke, haven't you?
No.
No, neither of you.
Neither have I.
Joker.
If either of you care, I'm going the Knights.
No, we don't care
I'm going
because
the Knights.
you're predictable.
And North Queensland have the bye.
Yep, cool.
Ooh, I did actually put in my tips like a month ago because I didn't want to miss out. And I have picked Cronulla, and I have picked Souths, and I have picked the Roosters, and I have picked the Knights, and I'm changing them all.
Okay, more for you.
All right. Got anything intelligent to say, Steve?
Ooh, he's taking.
That'd be a no,
Putting you
as
back on.
usual.
Brian, I only ever say anything intelligent.
No, you don't.
Yeah. But
Tom
do you have
Burgess
to-
should
do you have-
not be suspended.
Yeah, he should.
But do you have to save that intelligent for talk for when we're off screen?
Mate, I'm not intelligent at any time, so it doesn't worry me. It's just the beauty with me is I can also recognise non-intelligence when I see it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Like Monty Python says, we better hope there's extraterrestrials up there with intelligence, because there's bugger all down here on Earth.
That may be true.
Yes.
All right. Time for Manly to make their run against the Panthers.
Goodness me.
This
Thank you
week.
for watching. Oh, by the way,
We start.
before
Take
you
your medication, Brian.
before you
Oh,
go,
yeah, before you go, yeah,
before
yeah.
you go, you can do it.
No,
You
okay.
do it.
Go. So we tried a couple of weeks ago live chatting on our Facebook page for a game. Please join us for the Storm Raiders game so we can be entirely dispassionate with none of our teams playing, and just join us for comments on that game on Sunday. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll dissect the game as we go.
Yeah. Well, so we'll put a post. Only answer, please. Only respond on that post, so we can all share in listening to Brian's unintelligent comments, and be able to just enjoy the game together.
Yep.
So, what game did we decide?
The Storm Raiders
Storm Raiders Sunday afternoon,
at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yeah, nice Sunday after a couple of beers. This will be a great game.
You'll be drowning your sorrows. You'll have had more than a couple of years.
He won't be wanting to watch any games. It won't be a problem. He won't have watched anything until that point.
Oh,
Can you
yeah,
slur your
probably.
words in Facebook?
Well, thank you for watching. You're with Tom, Brian and Stephen. This is From the Sidelines, and we hope you enjoyed the show. You can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, or download our podcast on Spotify. Thank you very much. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.